Hello everyone, welcome back to Return of the Nerd. Here's a quick update for everybody. Right, so it's now, it's a Tuesday. Today, unfortunately, we were not able to ship any figures at all. Sorry about that. I had to go do some blood tests, and then I had to go see the psychiatrist because I'm having problems sleeping. So tomorrow, Wednesday, we will resume shipping. I still have, let's have a look over here. You can see I counted, we sent off about 30 boxes on Monday, today 0, and tomorrow I've got 25 more customers and I owe you. And it's mainly people that have ordered the Ahsoka Black Series Wave and some of the new, you know, like Kenobi figures that have come out. Usually, most of the customers are those clients, okay? Now, Queenie's given me some very, very good news, and the wholesaler, not the wholesaler we are currently working with. This is the old wholesaler, the ones that I don't particularly like very much. We ordered a restock of Snow Serpent, and they got delayed, and I had a whole bunch of people who prepaid for them. This was back when I was doing, you know, pre-orders, and so they're coming in tomorrow. All right, so this is 100%. I'm getting 70. It's a lot. I'm getting 70 Snow Serpents tomorrow on Wednesday. Queenie will get up very early, drive the car, go and get the stock and bring it back. I'll probably be going to bed when she leaves the house because I'm an insomniac. And so that's good. You know, finally they've come in. There were a couple of individuals, I felt sorry for them because they've been waiting so long, and I was like, okay, do you want to switch out your Snow Serpent for a snow job or like a Viper or something else? And they were like, yeah, it's fine. How about Tripwire, you know, because they're the same price. And then there was a couple of people I refunded, and then so that's good though. I feel happy because that period is over now. The Range Viper, Mole Rat, that period is gone now, and I think there's only like one more guy, Ian, if you're out there. He's a really nice guy, and he's a regular of mine, and he bought like, I think 3 Mole Rats I promised him, and I just couldn't get him. So at the end of the day, I'm just gonna have to refund him, and I don't mind because, you know, I mean, it is the fault of the supplier at the end of the day, but I am the seller, and so I will, you know, take it on the chin. I'll take it on the chin. I will refund you, my sir, and because you're a really good customer. And then what else is going on? So tomorrow we're getting Snow Serpent. So all the people that order, because I've got probably about, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was just counting. I've got about 15 boxes full of action figures, and on the ticket it says add Snow Serpent, and then we can close it, put the wedges on, and we can ship them out. So for the rest of the week, it's basically we're adding Snow Serpents to people's boxes where they've already bought a whole bunch of figures, and then helping you and getting them shipped off. Okay, and also I just came back home and I've got, these are all the, I counted like almost 50 sticky notes with price quotes. So tonight, when everybody's asleep here and it's just me, myself and I will be going around and talking to you guys, giving you invoices if you want them. If you don't want them, that's fine, that's okay as well. If you want to change your order, that's fine too. And then I'm sure there's going to be like another 50 odd people who have messaged me just out of the blue because they have an inquiry, and that's fine too. I'll come and chat with you, okay? But again, please remember there's a time difference. So if I don't talk to you, it means I'm sleeping. I'm not ignoring you. It's like there's something that I really need to take care of. And yeah, so the one figure that at the moment that I'm really pushing is this one, Shooter, because I have quite a lot of her, and she's really, really popular, and I know she's an exclusive. So if you guys are interested, G.I. Joe people, I still do have quite a lot of Shooter, don't worry, okay? Viper is good as well. And also Chuckles got sold out very, very, very quickly. And that was a bit of a nightmare because, do you remember we had... right, okay, sorry, I had to stop filming because of the noise pollution. My girlfriend just came back and just very loud and closing doors, and you know, just, and the garbage truck just went past, and in Taiwan the garbage truck plays a very loud song that sounds like the ice cream man is coming. So where was I? Yes, I was talking about talking about G.I. Joe figures. So the shooter is selling very, very well, and obviously I want as many people to pick her up as possible. Vipra, all good. Tripwires, I think Tripwire now is almost sold out. I'm not sure if I can get any more, but I don't know, it depends. Chuckles is gone, definitely. I cannot get any more Chuckles, and that was the one that the previous suppliers, they switched the dates on us. They said September, and we got very, very enthusiastic. I started selling them, and then they said no, November, and then I had to refund everyone, and then they were like, oh look, they're here, and it's September, and I got very, very pissed off. So yeah, we only ended up getting about 12 of them anyway, like one case. It was a joke. So the one that's been selling we've been selling quite a lot of is actually this guy in the Kenobi set. It's Abpo. I don't know if that's not really a surprise, is it? Come on, man. He's the 501st. He's a clone trooper. It was gonna be this guy, right? So a lot of people just buying him. And I have actually limited the customers to like, no, you can only get one per person. I'm really sorry. And they just flying out. And the one that was the hardest to sell was Liam Neeson, R.I.P. But he's not really. He's a Force Ghost. That was hard. So yeah, but I quite enjoyed the Kenobi wave. I thought all four of those figures were actually really nice, and go well with the other Kenobi figures that we got last year. And then I found this little guy. Remember this? I can't even remember, like, what year did this come out? The first one ever. And this one's been... It's sealed. Looks like a pack of cigarettes, and it's got the little frog in it as well. There's no number or anything. It just says "The Child." Remember this? So cool. I'll keep that. I'll keep that forever and ever and ever and ever. My store, I did break a promise. I said that I would have the vintage section updated, and then I just didn't get around to it because of my insomnia. So in the next couple of days, all of the card backs from my own personal collection that I want to sell, I'm going to put them up on my blog page, okay? But the blog page has been updated, okay? Queen has been working very hard on it, and we've got a lot of like new stuff up there, so have a scroll through, and then yeah, it's all good. And someone was asking me about like my Tourette's and saying like they don't really understand it. And I was like, well, it's just, you know, like blinking and, you know, facial grimaces and like jerky movements. They're called tics, you know, and some of them are they're called motor tics, which is like a physical movement, and others are called vocal tics, which is like sounds. So I will make clicking sounds and grunting sounds at the back of my throat. I'll also like mimic things that other people say. I'll copy and mimic people, and I'll say the F word and swear quite a lot and say inappropriate things, because it's kind of like an impulse. And here comes the garbage man again. Right, I'm going to turn off, and then we're going to have to do this for the third time. Wait a second.
5 hours later.
Right, let's start again. Third time lucky. I think the garbage man's gone, so we have some peace and quiet. Anyone that tells you that Southeast Asia is very peaceful and zen-like, yeah, you need your brain tested. It's very noisy here. It doesn't matter where you are. Shouldn't really continue that train of thought. I'll probably get in trouble. Let's talk about action figures, shall we? So, now I was talking about my my tics, right? So yeah, that's the Tourette syndrome part. I have to take medication for it, and then that in itself is like not nice to take. There's lots of side effects. So And insomnia is a big problem for me because of my obsessive compulsive disorder. So OCD, like real OCD, not like, oh, I think I have OCD because I like to put pencils straight on my desk. You know, no, it's a real clinical diagnosis, okay, and it's genetic. My grandma, God rest her soul, I love her, she had Tourette's and OCD. My nephew has Tourette's and OCD, runs in the family, okay, it's inherited, it's genetic. So yeah, OCD is like, you know, like contamination. So you constantly wash your hands or take a shower, counting rituals, and also just like being stuck. You know, like you'll have like you'll say something to yourself in your head, and you'll repeat words and sentences over and over again. You know, OCD can manifest in many different ways. Like all the sufferers of they're all totally different. All right, there are certain like core symptoms where you like, oh, I get it, that person has OCD, but because everybody has a different personality, and these conditions can like they interact with each other, right? So your brain is not just like a lot of people don't just have like, oh, one thing. I have OCD and I wash my hands. Like that's really uncommon actually, but that's just a stereotype you see in the media. The brain is very complex, and the way these neurological conditions express themselves in individuals can be very different. Okay, but yeah, so that's why I'm always drugged up to the eyeballs. I mean, look at this. I'm on my benzos, man. I got my benzodiazepines. This is a whole bag, all right? I've got hundreds and hundreds of pills here, Xanax, all right? I mean, if I walked around the street with these in the UK, I'd get arrested and probably put in jail for about 10 years. But I've got a box full of benzos here. I should become a drug dealer. That's how I can get money. I just, no, that's not Gary, stop it, that's my Tourette's. No, I've been given some new pills for sleeping because the other ones don't work. I'm like a rhinoceros. You'd have to like, I need an elephant tranquilizer gun, and I have to shoot myself in the mouth with it, and then only then would I probably like, oh, I'll fall asleep. So I've got some new pills, I've got some new tranquilizers, and I got my uppers and my downers. I got my Prozac, which is my what's that? Antidepressant, serotonin, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, whatever, SSRIs. Oh, what a mouthful. Yeah, so that's always a lot of fun. This is where the fun begins. And then back to action figures. So, yeah, this week's going to be a busy one because of what I've just said, right? We've got the snow serpents coming in, and I'm still in the process of shipping out people's orders and then helping them, because we do have a lot of stuff still left in store, you know, Star Wars and G.I. Joe. And then the big one is October 16th, October 17th. The wholesalers, the new wholesalers, have told us we can order for the 3 points. I'm going to burp. Oh god, that was a horrible one, and it was a bit stinky as well. We can order for the new TVC wave, and we can also order for the new Black Series wave, and I'm very excited about the new Black Series wave because it's got lots of figures from Ahsoka, and tomorrow, Wednesdays, I think is the final episode, and it's like, I hate that when you get to the end of a season and it's been a good one and everyone's happy, and then it's finished and everyone's like, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm gonna have to take more because Ahsoka's finished. How can I get through until the next? You know, what's next? What's next? By the way, I don't even know what's next. Is it the Acolyte? You can put that in the comment section below. What comes next? Is it animation? Do we get like Bad Batch season 3? Do we get the Acolyte? What is coming on the horizon with Disney Plus concerning Star Wars? The other thing I realised the other day is I have about 10 Star Wars t-shirts, and I really should invest in some G.I. Joe t-shirts. So sorry about that, G.I. Joe collectors. I should show more respect. I will get a G.I. Joe t-shirt. Today I'm just nothing, just black, like my heart. And yeah, so those new waves are going to be dropping on October 16th, 17th. And I don't do a pre-order service anymore, so you can't pay me. I will not accept your money. And we do not accept American Express. But when we actually get them, you know, I will sell them. And so people will just contact me because they follow my posts every day on my social media. And then I'll just add you to the list. And then that's how many, I'll just make a prediction, you know, how popular this wave is going to be and how many of my clients are likely to pick them up. And, you know, that's a skill I've developed over the last couple of years. Getting quite good at it now. Because you don't want to be left with, you know, you don't want to get so many that you know, 50% of your stock you can't sell them and then they just sit there and collect dust. That's not good. Although sometimes it's okay if you have good cash flow because you can keep them for 6 months to a year and then you can sell them in the future, and actually because they're good figures, you know, the prices go up and that's always a good investment. But mostly you're not, you know, because of Hasbro, the nature of the beast, you know, you getting your orders cut by a big pair of scissors usually don't get enough. So I try to keep my stock, try not to keep that much stuff, because again, it's like, you know, that does eat up your cash flow. I mean, cash flow is a big, one of the reasons why a lot of the action figure companies, they go under so quickly, I think, is because of cash flow, and they're not managing it correctly. Because it's very easy to get carried away and just order like a shit ton because you really like that figure, but just because you like it doesn't mean it's going to sell in that market that you're in. Or, you know, maybe it's really surprising, like I said before, like with, was it that last wave, the Ahsoka wave, and I really didn't put my money on the Magna Guard being the one that was going to be the hottest. I really didn't, and I was caught off guard. So that was the hottest one, Magna Guard. I should have, you know, if I'd had the chance. But the thing is, with assorted cases, it really is just it's like playing, it's such a Russian roulette, isn't it? You just don't know, because you don't know, sometimes you don't know. There's 8 in the case, and then you've got doubles, and you don't know which figure is going to double up. Is it a good one? I mean, luckily the last one we had double Ahsoka and double Clone Trooper, so there was no problem at all helping the collectors, because they were very, very hot items. But there was only one Magna Guard in each case, which is a bit of a bummer. Yeah, I think in that last wave, Chewbacca was a little bit of a peg warmer. The Ewok was actually quite popular, you know, like the Ewoks are good, even though, yeah, and I think I'm not worried about this next wave, because R2-D2 is in the next Black Series wave, and people are saying, oh, it's just the same one, it's a repack. Well, yeah, it is a repack, but not everybody was able to get the carded R2-D2, and the people who do have the carded R2-D2 are more likely to keep it on the bubble. That's the whole point of having it carded, isn't it? It's for your inbox collector. So I'm not worried about that Black Series wave selling at all. It looks magnificent. It's really, really good. Yeah, so that's the news at the moment. And then if we get any notifications from the new wholesalers, who, by the way, are doing a bloody stand-up job, and I'm really happy, I shall give it to you. So you guys, you really need to keep up with my posts, and if you've got any questions, you just ask me, and I will get back to you. Captain Rex has been with me all day, giving me my physical and emotional support, and has been protecting me from nasty people who don't understand what Tourette's is and take it personally. I get that all the time. I've actually got one of those identity tags, and I put it around my neck, and like, you know, adults who are autistic, they have to wear them, which I think is a good idea, because then for me, it's not always obvious that I have a problem, and then when the tics come out, or I do something that's, you know, people think that I'm doing it because I'm a troublemaker, or I'm doing it on purpose to rub someone the wrong way, which is not true. It's because I do have a neurological disorder. But I know it can be a little bit bizarre if you're standing next to me, or you're in the coffee shop having a drink with your friend, and then I'm suddenly, you know, saying the F word, or like, hiccups, very loud hiccups, or coughing, or clearing my throat. And some people, they don't like that, and they'll challenge you or tell you to shut the fuck up. And you know, even after explaining to them, like, I'm sorry, I have a condition, they still don't get it, and some people will even get physical with you as well. So what can you do? You just need to be a tough son of a bitch, which I fucking well am. Right, I'm going back to my muesli, because I'm only allowed to have like this much amount of carbs a day, and the rest is all protein and some vegetables, and that's what people who are insulin resistant, that's the way to go now, apparently. It's the keto style. Let's do this. Right, I shall see you in the next one, which will probably be tomorrow. Okay, bye.
I just can't go near places like churches, Boulder, elementary school, jizz trap, pretty much anywhere. Fart, dildo, big titties, shit, whore!
Hey, let's put the top up. I'll put on the air conditioning.